How's it going, y'all? Jeff Grana, GPS Realty. We're doing an open house here at our beautiful listing on Pimmit Drive. It's 2311 Pimmit Drive, unit number 311. It's an easy way to remember it. I have tried to get Facebook Live to do its thing. It hates me right now. So we're going to shoot a video and then that'll be that. Basically, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take you through a quick tour of the unit. Then we're going to talk about the building, give a couple of stats. We're going to talk about financing, give you some basics about what to expect. Then we're going to broaden the scope to what the market's doing in Falls Church. We'll talk just briefly about what the market is doing in the rest of the United States. All real estate is local, so that's relative. And then we'll talk just real quick about ownership, and then that'll be it. All right. So let's get started. This is the main living room. This is a one-bed, one-bath condo. That's where I had set up my little workstation, but it's typically that's their where they like to eat. So our folks are selling the place so that they can find a bigger spot, which is what I always like to see. This is our kitchen over here. Appliances are a little bit on the older side, but they are clean and they are working properly. So that is always a good thing. There's nothing worse than a dirty place. Right here, you've got some vanilla extract. It's an old realtor trick. Anything to make the house smell good is going to be helpful. So we put that in the oven and just put a little vanilla and some tinfoil in, and it works like it's supposed to. That makes the house smell wonderful. I forgot to mention the parking out here. Parking is free. It's not assigned. There's no number of spots. That's yours and only yours. There aren't any permits, which is a good thing. Around here, parking is a real pain in the butt. So that's really helpful. Oh, also wanted to flag. You'll love this. Those are the elevators. So you're 2 seconds from the elevator bank. So groceries are not going to be a problem for you. So you're going to walk out there, then you're going to come back in through the elevators, and then this is your home. Coming back in through here, we've got an upgraded vanity, which is well executed. Inside of here, this is your toilet and shower space. And you even have a warming light so that you are never cold when you get out of the shower. Coming into the only bedroom. This is my queen size bed. Plenty of space on both sides for it. I'm hobbling a little because I broke my leg, so apologies. And that's your closet. And you've got another closet that houses your washer dryer, which is in the unit. So that's a quick tour of the place. It's not very big. It's just under 600 square feet, but it's a great size for someone who is a, single professional. We've had a couple of the neighbors come through and talk about how they really enjoy the community here. A lot of them are on the retired side. I'm gonna get this thing mounted right quick here. Perfect. Okay. So, let's talk some more about the property. All right, the building was built in 1974. The condo fee is $497 a month, but it includes all utilities. So you don't have a utility bill, which is nice. So that's easily $200 or $300 on its own. Let's go ahead and skip right to ownership classification. This is a condo building, which means that it's condo ownership. Okay, so what's the difference between condo ownership and any other ownership? Well, there's The most common, the highest, and most powerful form of ownership is called fee simple. And fee simple ownership is like anybody who owns like a standalone house, typically. What that means is that you own the ground that the house is built on, you own the house, you own every bit of the house, you can do whatever you want to the house. It also means that if a tree falls on your house, then you are responsible for taking care of the roof. With a condo, you only own what is within these four walls. Because there's, let's say, 600 units in this building, between this one and the next one. All 600 people can't lay stake to the ground. The building sits on the ground. So what they do is, you only own what's in these four walls. What that means is that the outside, all that's leaf collection, snow, that kind of stuff is covered by the condo fee. If a tree falls on the building and it needs a roof replacement, let's just call it a roof replacement, the building takes care of that. You're not individually responsible for it. There's also another form of ownership called a co-op. It commonly applies to condo buildings. And in that case, you don't even own what's inside the four walls. You own shares in a corporation that owns the building. This is a very low power ownership capacity. So it goes fee simple is the highest, condo ownership is the next highest, co-op, and there's a couple of other like esoteric ones that I'm not going to bother boring you with today. They are putting the various parts of the building through upgrades and modernization. They're going to do a real nice job with the lobby down there. The folks here are really nice. I've met a couple of them already. They enjoy it. One gal is renting here, and another gal has lived here since 2009. They really like the neighbors, the community. This particular unit, this condo, actually sits above the lobby, so you're never going to get a noise complaint jumping around. There are units, I believe, on both sides, so you have two party walls. Our client here says that she's never heard her neighbors. So let's talk about financing. Now, I'm not a lender, but I know some good ones, several good ones. I have a friend named Tom with SWBC Mortgage, and Tom did our loan when I bought my house. I've been in the business about 10 years, the better part of 10 years now, and I've worked with Tom almost since day one. I met him through one of my old real estate mentors, and Tom just takes really good care of our clients. I have another couple of folks that I really like to work with. They don't pay me to say good things about them. They just take care of my clients. Most of the time they fix problems that I didn't even know were problems. Or they can forecast problems before they happen and help us avoid sticky situations. So a good rule of thumb when you're shopping for a property, even if you haven't talked to a lender yet, a good rule of thumb to forecast what your payment is going to be can come out to about $660 per $100,000 borrowed. All right, so what does that mean? You have four components to your mortgage payment. There's what they call PITI, principal, that's your loan, interest on your loan, taxes, real estate taxes, and insurance, homeowners insurance, and depending on what kind of loan product you get, you might have a mortgage insurance payment as well. So what that means is you would take, let's say you bought a house for $100,000. Nice, easy number. If you were to do the math, you could expect to have a payment somewhere near $660 a month. Okay, so if you bought a $200,000 place, you could double that. Basically what that means is you can forecast your monthly payment, because a lot of what people get worried about especially when they're property hunting, is, well, can I afford this? Or they just want to know, how much can I afford? So this place is listed. We're listed at 195, at 195,000 right now. So let's say we take $660 and we multiply that times 1.95. Then you would get a given number, 1287, I think. The thing is, with the condo fee is something that you have to worry about as well. So in this case, let's say we rounded to $500 a month. So if you were to go 660 times 1.95 plus the 500, your altogether monthly payment would be, conservatively, would be right around $1,787, okay? Now that's dependent on the interest rate that you're gonna get on your loan. It's dependent on how much you put down. But as a guess, realistically, you'll probably pay somewhere near $1,500, okay? But if you go in expecting to pay somewhere near $1,800, if you budget for that, then you'll never get in over your head, okay? So Tom has put together, he put together a little flyer for me. That's my boy Tom. Like I said, he doesn't pay me to say good things. He just does a really nice job. And in fact, for a 30-year fixed loan at with 5% down, total loan amount would be $185, and he's forecasting a total estimated monthly payment of $1,593. So, like I said, it's going to be plus or minus a couple $100. But if you forecast on the high side, you'll never get into a situation where you end up being house poor. All right, questions about that, by all means, feel free to let me know. Put them in the comments if there's comments on this video. All right, so let's talk market stats. We are in the heart of Falls Church right now, just outside the Beltway. The location, you can't beat the location with this place. If you look at it on a map, it's 2 seconds to get on I-66. It's literally down the street and around the corner. It's another 3 minutes after that to get on the Beltway, 495. Your walking distance to a brewery. Well, this is coronavirus time, so you know, when the bars and breweries open back up, it's just really well located. Days on market in this building right now, we've been on the market for 10 days. All right, average days on market for a unit in this building is 33 to 35 days. So it's roughly a month. In Falls Church, 22043, the zip code, our problem has historically been inventory. Market in Northern Virginia is pretty crazy. There's 145 properties within a 2-mile radius of this building that are active right now. Like a balanced market where it's, you know, normal for buyers and sellers, roughly has between 5 and 6 months worth of inventory. And inventory is the supply of houses. How long would it take to sell them all if no new properties were listed? How long would it take? Typically 5 to 6 months, right? Falls Church has 1.7 months of supply. So if no new listings were ever put on the market, we would literally run out of properties to sell in 51 days. The 5-year average for this is 2.3 months, which is just under 70 days, all right? That's a weird situation to be in, and it really gets to the bigger picture where more people are moving to this area than we have housing for, and so there's a housing shortage. It's also one of the reasons that the prices in this area, that median home sale price in June of 2020 was $675,000 in Falls Church. It's in Fairfax County as a whole. The broader scope is 620 or something. Housing prices out here are pretty significant, and they're rising every year between 3 and 7%. Now, I've seen specific condos that are rising in price 7, 8, 10%. I've seen certain condos drop in value by almost 20%, right? It's really hyper local specific. There's no other way to characterize it. The Washington metro area is number 41 out of the 300 hottest markets in the United States, according to, what was that, Realtor.com, I believe. So if you have questions about this unit or any other that you find that you are interested in the Northern Virginia area, please let me know. You can find me all over social media. And I'm licensed in Virginia, which means I can help you in Virginia. But I've also got friends all over the tri-state area. DC's not a state yet, but they're trying.